Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Python logging tutorial, we are going to learn a little bit advanced concepts about logging because we have to create the custom utility for logging in our automation framework, and we need to understand these concepts the way we should be using logging into automation framework. Alright, so any programmer or any Python programmer, if you are doing the application development, this is the way you will be actually going to configure logging in your application or in the automation framework. So there are multiple ways. If you see this particular documentation, we can have this first way, which is basically what we'll learn in this particular tutorial. We can create loggers, handlers, and formatters explicitly using Python code, and then that calls the configuration methods, right? So this is the first way. Then we can have the logging config file, which is the second way. But for us, in terms of automation, we will be good to go ahead with this and create the custom utility to use loggers. Okay, so let's first understand that there is another way for creating a dictionary of configuration, which is another concept or another way to configure. But if we know one, that should be good enough for us to go ahead and understand the Selenium automation and implement logging in the best possible way in our framework. So if you see this code here, they have already given a sample code there, which we can go through and have a look, but I'll walk you through what exactly all of this means. All right, so let's quickly go to PyCharm, and I will explain basically the step-by-step process to create the overall logging functionality, right? So overall module that you can use. Okay, so how you can configure with this particular first way. So the first step here in this particular process is to create the logger, right? And prior to that, we just have to say import logging, right? And we know logging module is built into Python, so we just need to import it. Once we have imported the logging, right, the second thing is we have to create the logger. All right, and this logger object, what it will do for us, it will help us to set the level, right? So with the logger object, we can set what logging level we want to set. Right, and if you try to correlate all these steps, which I'll anyways explain, this is very simple process to configure logger or the utility which we can use in any of the classes in our program or the automation framework. So how can we create the logger? Because we have already imported the module logging, we can simply provide the name logger, and we can say logging dot get logger, right? And here in the get logger, as an argument, we can pass the name of the logger. So we can pass any name, and we'll understand how you can customize these names as well. So we'll just say demo log, right? This is the name of the logger. The next step we have to do is we have to set the level of the logger. So because we have this logger now, so we can simply say logger dot set level. Okay, and here we can say, so same way we have been doing the setting the level, so we can say logging dot debug, right? So this is the level. Debug is the level which will log all the messages from debug and above. So if you haven't watched my previous tutorials on login, go ahead and watch it, because all those basic concepts are important before you can grasp this particular tutorial, right? So we have now set the level of the logging. So that's the only thing that we have to do in order to create the logger, right? Then we have to create the console handler or file handler, right? So what exactly is console handler? So say for example, you want to display your logs on the console, you configure the console handler, and if you want to move your logs to the files or the log file, you configure the file handler. Okay, so in order to configure the console handler, we'll simply create, say, a variable, just say ch console handler, and we can simply say logging dot stream handler if you want to display your message on the console. So let's do stream handler first, and then that's the variable which holds this stream handler reference, right? Now the third thing is to create the formatter, how you want your logs to look like, whether you want them to have the date, whether you want them to have the particular format. That is what we need to format. So, and we have already looked at the formatting, right? So if we go to this old file, we have already formatted our logs with this particular format, right? So we want to see as per ascending time, level name, and then message, and along with that we have formatted the date. So simply let's copy all of that format, and here we will create a format. So we'll create a formatter, okay, which will be basically used. So we'll simply say formatter is equal to, right, then we'll say logging dot formatter, and provide the format. Simple, right? So we'll simply paste all of the details there. So we'll simply say format is this particular format for the formatter. Okay, now if we go further, right, so next thing is what we have to do is we have to add this formatter to console or file handler, right? So once you have formatted, once you want your messages to be a particular format, then you add those to the console handler or file handler, because how your messages will be displayed, they will be either printed on the file or they will be displayed on the console. So whatever format or whatever formatter you have created, you have to pass it to the console handler or the file handler, so that your console handler knows this is the format with which it has to show your log messages, right? So now the next step is to add this formatter to the console handler, right? So pretty simple, right? So I mean, you have to link it back. So how you can do it? So you can simply say, so console handler dot set formatter, right? So there is a method set formatter, okay, and simply use that. And what you have to pass, you have to pass the formatter. Okay, so this is the, because this is your formatter, and in the console handler you have to pass the formatter that you have created here, right? So now console handler knows when it has to display the log messages on the console, it knows that this is the formatter, the highlighted one that I have to use and format the messages in this way before I display them on the console, right? Now the next thing is we have to add the console handler to the logger, right? Because logger is the main thing, right? Logger is the main thing which logs your messages, right? So we have to then add the console handler which we have created to the logger, and in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to say logger dot add handler, right? And we simply say console handler ch, right? So we have created this console handler, and in the logger now we have to pass this console handler. So these are the 5 steps that you have to basically configure for logging or creating the logging utility, right? We'll explore more on this, but these are the 5 key steps that you need to understand to configure logging in Python. Okay, now in the application code or the log messages, you will have different log messages. So let's simply copy these log messages, okay, which have all the messages there. And now we have created this particular, this is the sample class that we have created. This is the method sample logger. Now let's create an object of this particular class. So we'll simply say logger demo and create an object. So what is the name of the class? The name of the class is logger demo, and we'll say logger demo, and then with the LD we can access this particular method sample logger. All right, so now if I run this, because the log level has been set to debug here, right, all these messages should get printed on the console in this particular format, right, with the ascending time, level name, etc. Okay, so let me quickly run it and show you on the console. Okay, so there is an issue. So formatter is having an issue. If you see the, okay, got unexpected keyword argument. Okay, format is not required there. So we simply remove that, right? In the formatter, we simply need to provide the format, and here we have date formatted. Okay, so let me run again and see the logs. So this time it ran, but I have set it to debug level, but it didn't print any of the format that we have specified, right? So let's see. Okay, so here you see that I have created a logger, right? But I am still using the logging, right? Which is the default logging module. So that's why it is not logging. So simply what we need to do is we need to replace all of these logging messages with simply logger. Okay, so now we have to log with using the logger, which is logger.debug info warning, etc. Okay, so now let's run it, and let me stop it. It ran in debug mode, so let's run in. So you can see now the format that we have specified with all the details and this demo log name that we have specified for the logger, it is displayed here along with the messages, right? And now it is displayed in our console. Okay, let me minimize this so that it's visible more. Now say for example, now I want to log the messages into the log file instead of the stream handler, right? So instead of the console handler, what we need to have here is we need to create the file handler. So simply say logging dot file handler. Okay, so we'll simply say file handler, and provide the name of the file, right? So say for example, I want the logs to be stored in demo log file.log. Okay, so that will be the name of the file that will get created in this project directory wherever this particular file is in the same hierarchy. At the same level in the hierarchy, a file will be created with this name and the messages will be logged. Right, now in the formatter, let's keep it as same. Okay, now say for example, in the console handler, we had this set formatter as formatter. Okay, now let's say for example, for the file, I will change the format a little bit. Okay, so you can see the difference in the messages. Okay, so I'll say when you are logging the messages in the file, in the demo log file, I want to use formatter 1 that I am specifying here. And in the formatter 1, I do not want the date to be formatted in this way. Okay, so let's keep it just default. Right, so I just want this particular format, whatever format a date format is. And now for the file handler, okay, when I set formatter, so I want to set the different formatter in this particular case. So I can simply say, let me just copy it, will be easy. And in the file handler, I'll simply change it to file handler, which is created here. And I want to use formatter 1. Okay. And now the logger, which adds the logs to the console, uses this add handler, which accepts the console handler. Now, if you have to log to the file, we'll simply say file handler here. Okay. And let's run this. So now let's see for the file what sort of logs are available and what's the format of that, and on the console it will anyways show me the same format. Okay, so let me run it. So you'll see in the console it is displaying in this particular format. And now if we go ahead and check the file, you'll see the file got created, the log file. And if I open it, now this format is different as the format that we have specified for the console, right? So you can see now this is how you will log into the file and the console handler using the logger. All right, so this is a brief introduction about this particular configuration, how you will configure logger, and you will use this as a utility in our automation framework or in the development activities. Okay, so this is a very important concept, and to understand the connection of logger with the console handler or the file handler, then formatter, and then adding the formatter to console or file handler, and then basically connecting all of these things together to display the log messages in the way you want and where you want to log the messages. You can either display them on the console using the stream handler, or you can log to the file using the file handler. Okay, and this is the better approach to log the messages. The other thing is, which is important here, say for example here, whenever you define this logger, the best practice is to use the name argument here. Okay, the reason being, when you say the name, right, if I just run it now, you will see that this is displaying as main. Okay, so what this means is, if you are running this particular program from the same file where this logger is, it will display the main. But say for example, I import this particular class logger demo in a different class, right, then it will display the name of the class, name of the file from which this particular logger is coming, right? So say for example here, I will simply say import logger demo, right? And let's say I run this file. Okay, so now you will see it will, from here, if I have run it, now it has, because it has imported this logger demo, let me remove this. Okay, now run again, you will see that it has displayed all the messages. And in this particular case, because this logger demo is being imported here in logger demo, logging demo 2, it automatically will pick the file from where it is coming from. Okay, and then we also have to make sure, or in the common utility that we have to create, we have to ensure that it displays the classes and methods where this particular, or where the logs are coming from, right? So that's where, if say for example, I want to display the class name from where this particular the logs are coming from, so I simply say logger demo dot name, right? And with this, if I just run it even from the same file, right, you will see that logger demo class has been logged here. And even from here, if I run this now, you will see the class has been logged here. Okay, so this is important concept, to use the naming convention rather than naming it with some dummy name. We have to use it with the name underscore name, which is a concept which I'll explain. It is an advanced Python concept, but I'll explain it in some other video. I do not want to complicate this particular video, but just ensure that when you are naming, just name with underscore name, and we'll have a better approach when we discuss about the common utility that we'll be using in our automation framework. All right, so that's all for this particular tutorial on how to use logger to display the log messages or utilize the logger to create a custom utility, which we'll cover in the next tutorial. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.